Good afternoon. My name is Kate Hintz. This is my daughter Morgan. We live in North Salem, New York. As you can see, we don't travel very far or go for very long without Morgan having a seizure. She just had a very mild one while Senator Gillibrand was speaking. So I am very happy to be here today supporting this bill. I am a stay-at-home mom from New York. I am not an advocate, so to speak, as you mentioned. We've been advocating for access to medical marijuana for almost 2 years now. Morgan is 4 years old, and she suffers from a severe form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome. She has seizures almost every single day. Her seizures started at 9 weeks old. Upon her first admission to the hospital, she was started on an anticonvulsant medication. Within 10 days, we had added a second. Within a month, they had added a third, and I was forced to watch as Morgan became unresponsive and lifeless from sedation. What doctors didn't tell us is that over 30% of epilepsy patients have seizures that cannot be controlled with treatment. Morgan depends on a feeding tube because she cannot eat or take her medicines by mouth. She cannot sit, stand, or crawl independently. She does not speak and requires constant supervision from a nurse. She has trialed and failed over 10 different anti-seizure medications, yet at best, Morgan has only ever gone 4 weeks seizure-free. At this point, we will never know what has affected her more, her uncontrolled seizures or the mountains of medications she has taken in her short life. There are thousands of families in the U.S. living under similar circumstances, some patients having 1 seizure a day and some having hundreds. But some of these families are living in states with existing medical marijuana programs. And because they too had trialed almost every available medication, they decided to try something new. Medical marijuana that is selectively grown for specific cannabidiol profiles are proving to be a safe and effective treatment in treatment-resistant epilepsies. So promising are the results, most of the leading children's hospitals in the U.S. are involved with some sort of a CBD clinical trial. This news spread like wildfire through the epilepsy community. The momentum to gain access has been unprecedented. Many families instantly picked up their belongings and headed to Colorado and are now dubbed marijuana refugees. Other families have quietly begun to travel back and forth, transporting medication across state lines to their children and loved ones, and thus committing a federal crime. Some families like mine turn to our state government for help, and although a few states have successfully passed medical marijuana bills, most of them are fragmented, overthought, and overregulated because they have no guidance on a federal level. Today, with the introduction of this bill, that can change. Individual state programs will never succeed until they are supported at a federal level. Across the country, advocates have been waiting to see who would take the first step, who would listen to our stories, our struggles, our confusion, and realize that enough was enough. And today we have our answer. Senators Paul, Gillibrand, and Booker, from the millions of epilepsy patients living in the U.S., thank you for ignoring the stigma and instead focusing on finding us a solution. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you. Good job.